Welcome everyone! I'm your host, Force Raider 451, and this is the first ever episode of Gun Gamer Reviews. And for my first game review, I've picked something I think everybody will like. Bethesda Softworks' The Evil Within. First, to start us off, we're going to go ahead and talk about the game's story. Get just a little bit of basic information on who's who and what's going on towards the beginning, so you can kind of get an idea, a good feel of the atmosphere.
So basically, Castellanos and his two partners, Kidman and Oda, are being taken to a mental health facility. I personally like to make fun of Oda, because he does really dumb things, like this.
No, that's not.
And because he screams like a little girl. But anyway, back to the main story. As soon as they start getting a little bit of static, this is about when things start to get weird.
God damn it. Jesus.
After their eardrums heal, they arrive in style in front of the main building. Walk through this door and find this guy.
Are you injured?
And he's not quite all there upstairs.
Can't be real.
And neither is this guy. Spooky. And that's when you know shit has officially hit the fan. So after you wake up, you'll find yourself hanging from a meat hook dripping blood as if you were in a scene of Terminus and Walking Dead. You get this knife, cut yourself free, but don't get caught by this guy. Yeah, this guy will mess you up so bad, not even North Korea would take the blame for it. You'll escape and walk over a trap. Yes, early on in the game, there's a trap that screws your escape big time. Oh, and this guy's a dick. I mean, he just goes ahead and sticks you in a giant meat grinder. And they're not even normal blades. It's like getting hit with 1,000 swords. I would have rather the chainsaw than have to actually do this. Slide down. Blood, guts, and gore. You won't even find this ride at Disney World, and they had a ride that ate children's brains. It's true. Look it up. And here you are swimming in a vat of human sludge. How wonderful. Torn open leg, covered in muck, covered in human muck. You have to go through the rest of the chapter like this with a hobbling leg. It's really annoying. Oh, and he's not the only chainsaw guy. There are several of these mini-bosses throughout the game, and they are annoying for stuff like this, this, and this. Over and over again. But don't worry, you wisen up after a while.
Alright, we've spent enough time talking about the story. Let's go ahead and get into some of the gameplay, shall we?
Now the first thing I should probably mention is the game's main menu. this is something you're going to be using a lot, and it has to be aesthetically pleasing. This one's particularly easy to navigate, and I really like the shortcuts for your weapons. Now in this game you're going to spend a lot of time defusing traps, opening chests, and defusing their traps. Breaking lots of crates, and throwing bottles, and missing. You're going to do a lot of missing. Mainly because this game is kind of difficult with its aiming. And a lot of the monsters don't typically go down on the first shot. I mean, who ever heard of a zombie that doesn't die when you shoot it in the head? Thankfully, the game hosts a variety of weapons and a great way to save. You use mirrors to transport yourself to a whole nother place. Yes, very interesting. Although, sometimes the game will try to screw with you kinda hard whenever you want to go save. See what I mean? Anyway, when you get there, this woman who you don't know's name has a ledger you have to sign. And in the back, you can use this chair to upgrade Castellano using goo that you find throughout the game. And you can give him a little shock. You'll spend a good bit of time fighting mini bosses, which early in the game don't go down easy, but as you progress you can actually take them down. And then you have your main bosses. Look, this main boss is sleeping. Isn't he cute? Who's a good boy? Enough of that.
What? I'm a dog person. As I mentioned previously, the aiming system is a little bit difficult to cope with, but in my opinion, that's part of what makes the game fun. Adapting, persevering, things like that. Let's appreciate some of the graphics that went into this and all of the hard work.
I mean, just take a look at this at the very beginning of the game with all the abandoned police cars. It really sets a tone for how the rest of this is going to play out. That alone feeling. Plus you have neat little things in the game like the lantern, which reminds you of things like Resident Evil. There are also lots of memorable moments, friend and foe alike, conflict, and gruesome deaths. But you have to remember, this world is something interesting. It's a mix between mad science and the occult and supernatural. These stunning scenes just really make you think, what the hell are you into here?
And that's that. Now we'll go ahead and get to my personal opinion of the game. I really like this game. I recommend it to anybody who particularly likes shooter games or horror games, a big fan of zombies or monsters or just anything like that. Zombies and monsters. Yeah, if you like Resident Evil, you're definitely gonna like this game. Remember, your comments determine whether Gun Gamer Reviews continues, so be sure to leave one down below. Give me some advice on what you think the next one should be about. I'd love to hear what you have to say.